light within, is to really, encourage. Do you know what? It's just go with me on this, because it's to really encourage our inner light. And it's like we've talked about loving and kindness, and that all our thoughts and actions are sprouted from a seed in the mind. Yes, and we worked on that last month to just encourage loving and kindness thoughts that start from that, and therefore create words of loving and kindness and actions of loving and kindness. And just following on from that, that just flows nicely into this shining the light within, to just switch on your inner light. And when you light up from the inside, then everyone else around you lights up with you. So we're also going to do Pranayama practice. One of the 8 limbs of yoga, I think it is the Good Morning Yogi. One of the 8 limbs of yoga is Pranayama, which means breath control. And if you think about, your breath, we talk, especially in yoga, about movement and breath, and that breath is really the life force. So what Pranayama is about breath control. And when I was learning about breath control, and I was thinking about how in the Western world we don't really use breathing techniques, and yet it's so obvious that your breath follows your mental state. If you're when you're when you're anxious, you talk about hyperventilating, which is losing control of your breath, losing control of your mental state. You're just swirling out of control. The other one, of course, is childbirth. How to have control of the breath in childbirth. Any one of you who's been through that process knows that it is absolutely key to the whole birthing experience. I can tell you that from my own experience. And I remember learning a breathing technique called Pant Like a Dog when I was in one of my childbirths, and it was from that, this whole breathing, breath control. Anyway, look, I'm just drifting off the point. So we're going to do pranayama practice today in our yoga, because I think, and I believe, as it's one of the limbs of yoga, it's key to overall well-being, it's key to overall balance. So we're going to start sitting today. We're actually going to start in child's pose. So I would encourage you, just before we start, to get maybe some pillows, maybe a cushion, because it's really nice maybe to put that cushion under your forehead if your forehead doesn't come to the floor. Yeah? So child's pose is, bring your knees apart, maybe you take your knees mat distance apart, and bringing your tailbone, your bum back first towards the heels, and then hinging from the hips, come forward and just bring the forehead down to the mat. And as you come into child's pose, bring the breath into the back of your body. So beginning this lovely yin class today by opening up the back of the heart, the ribs. So as you inhale into the back of the body, inhaling, feel the ribs expand laterally, your back of your heart opens, And then as you exhale, let those ribs and the shoulder blades slide down your back. So inhaling, expansion, exhaling, let go. Take the tongue just to touch the roof of your mouth. Just the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Take your breath, inhaling in, exhaling through the nose, and next again. As you inhale, feel the expansion of the ribs, opening up the back of the heart, and exhaling, letting go. Inhaling, expansion. Exhaling, let go. So as you inhale, you expand, you're energizing the body, and as you exhale, you're letting go. So exhaling out any negativity, any darkness, as this practice today is about shining your inner light, you want to exhale any darkness in there, because dark thoughts, dark words, dirt in your lungs is encouraging bad health. It's not well-being. So good morning, yogis. We are starting in child's pose today. So knees mat distance apart, bum to heels, fold forward and bring your forehead down to the mat. If your forehead doesn't come to the floor, or even, it's very interesting actually teaching these live yoga classes, because you get to see lots of different bodies, and it's kind of quite tricky, because when you're in a studio, you're able to sort of say, listen, just move that bit there. But when you're on like something like a video or a Zoom or one of these kind of things, recording, live class, blah, 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 I can't really see what you're doing, and I'm just having to give you as clear instructions as I can in the hope that you really understand them and you're able to take them on. So child's pose, just waiting for the class to arrive. Child's pose, bum to heels, leaning forward and down. So today being this lovely, wonderful yin practice, we're going to start in child's pose, and child's pose is a wonderful, wonderful restorative pose. It's a very, and if you're ever feeling really anxious and that you can't sleep, or you've really got something on your mind, that way when you have something on your mind and your head and your neck just feels like really tense, and you're kind of like, oh, you're kind of going around going, oh. This is the pose. This is the pose for you. Get into child's pose. If you just think, oh, or if you're having a bit of a meltdown, all this working at home carry on, and you're sort of thinking, oh my God, I just can't cope with this Zoom anymore, or whatever you're doing, I don't know. Whatever it is, get into child's pose. Just go into your bedroom and just say to yourself, or whoever you're with, you know what, I need to just have 10 minutes alone. Get into child's pose. Yeah. And you will feel the reward. So in child's pose, forehead's on the mat or forehead on a little cushion if it doesn't reach the mat. Good morning, yogis. It's lovely to see you today. Thank you for joining me. And we're starting the class in child's pose. So mat distance apart with your knees folding forward and down. Let your arms just rest and your shoulders just rest on the top of your thighs. Arms are by the side of your body and your palms are facing upwards. Okay? So, fold forward, forehead on the mat, arms by the side, palms facing up. And just really come into this space. Just drop into it and just forget. This is the beginning of stopping the world from spinning for the next, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Nothing outside of what's happening on your yoga mat or in your bedroom or wherever you are, it doesn't really matter. Nothing outside of your little yoga magic circle matters. So in child's pose, just keeping the face nice and relaxed. And maybe when the forehead's down there, you can just roll that forehead. Roll the forehead back. So I would just massage that third eye. Massage that point, that chakra there. The all-seeing eye. Let the weight drop down there and activate it. The all-seeing eye is where we see things as they really are. For me, that chakra, my understanding of that chakra, is to just see the world without the illusion of the visual stimulation. The eyes are always looking around, looking for something to... So let's close down the eyes. Close down the eyes, activate the third eye, and just switch off the illusion. Switch off the illusion of the spinning world that we live in. And let's do some yoga, people. Let's do some yoga. So just rest there and let the face, so letting the face relax, letting the eyeballs relax, and letting the mouth close and the jaw be free. And even sometimes it's quite, one finds that, you know, it's quite difficult to let the jaw be free, to just let it really hang. So if you're finding that that's quite difficult, just put a little smile there, just a little tiny smile. And let the face relax. So coming down, and just maybe for the first time this week, or maybe the first time today, or the first time this month, or the first time ever, you're paying attention to your breath. So just as you're here, your head's down, check the inhale as it comes in through the nostrils, passes and lights up all those senses. Good morning, yogi. We're starting in child's pose. So just come into a nice big wide child's pose, knees apart, forehead down, arms rest by the side, palms facing upwards. So just letting the face relax there, paying attention to your breath, and just feel as the inhale comes through the nose, lights up the body, exhale, release. So we're taking the breath in child's pose into the back of the body. Inhaling, expanding the ribs, expanding the back of your heart. At the back of our ribs and the back of the lungs, there's more capacity. So let's use it. Let's inhale there, right into the back of your body. Feel the lungs and the ribs move laterally. Exhale, release as they slide, the shoulder blades slide down the back. So inhaling into that back space in between your shoulder blades, ribs move laterally. Exhale, release, let them slide down the back. Once more, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, release. So just closing down the eyes, closing down the face, closing down everything that's going on around you. And let's just try and connect into this moment for today. So this is a yin yoga practice, which means that we're not going to be moving around so much today, but we're going to be doing some very, very deep postures and some nice deep breathing and visualizations for overall well-being, yogis, overall well-being. So yeah, here we go again once more, inhaling through the nose, expanding the lungs, exhaling, release. Once more, inhale, expand the ribs, open up the back of your heart, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just really feel yourself really dropping down into the space, into the moment. No. Just feeling yourself really dropping down into the moment, using the breath, paying really, being really conscious and paying attention to where your breath is going to. Inhale, expanding the ribs, exhale, release. Be very present in that breath work, and don't just sort of go, oh yeah, this is brilliant child pose, I'm just letting that go. No. We're going to pay attention to what we're doing. So inhaling, exhale, and for the last time, inhale through the nose, expanded, and exhale through the mouth. And open up your mouth as you exhale through the mouth. Almost to that point, you open your mouth so big, you could eat a big sandwich, or when you have that clicking at the side there of your jaw, it's so big. So let's do it once more. Exhale. And then slowly, keeping the head and the shoulders to last, rolling up, and as you roll back onto your heels, stack the spine up vertebra by vertebra till you're up to sitting straight. The head straight, the gaze is on the horizon. So the tailbone, the tailbone is rooting down, and your spine is straight. The staff of life, the strong staff of life. Spine straight, front of the body, all the energetic chakras are all stacked up. Right up to the top, to the crown. Take your attention to the crown of your head, and almost like that feeling that there's a light, there's a bulb shining on the top of your head. So just keeping the eyes closed and the face relaxed, just tune into a space just above your head where there's a light shining on there. Feel the heat now of that light, that bright universal light on the top of your head, on your crown chakra. And just for a moment, feel that area become hotter. Feel that, tap into that, and then let that universal, let the light drop now onto the top of your head and come down your forehead. Feel that light, that heat shine up and light you up from the inside up your forehead, down into your eyes, your eyeballs relax, the back of the eyes relax. Bring it down, bring that light down through the jaw, through your throat, down your shoulders and your arms, all the way down the front of the body, the back of the body, down the front of your thighs, down your shins and calves and into your toes. Take a big inhale there as you feel yourself light yourself up from the inside out. That bright, white, universal light. Healing light. So let's inhale together. And then let's exhale, let that go. Let's do that once more. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let that exhale be long. Exhaling out any dust or dirt from your breath. Just let that go. Gently now rolling over onto one side. Bring the legs round in front of you and crossing over your shins. Sitting up nice and straight. Cross at your shins, so you're making quite a small shape here. And just again, feel yourself sitting, really sitting on your sit bones, If you put your hands under there and just maybe, kind of do a little wriggle so you can feel those sitting bones rooted down, strongly rooted down, okay? So this is a breathing exercise called alternate nostril breathing. So it's a really, really cleansing breath, and it's very simple to do. So with your right hand, close down your index finger and your middle finger, okay? So you've got your thumb and your third finger I actually found that quite hard to do today. Yeah, doing this. And then take your thumb and close, I'm going to come a little bit closer, close off your right nostril with your thumb. So you're breathing through your left nostril. So your right nostril is closed. So inhale through the left nostril and then close the left nostril with your third finger and release the right nostril. Take your thumb off the right nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril, close that with your thumb, release the left nostril from your third finger and exhale. Inhale through the left, close that with your third finger, release the right nostril with your thumb, exhale through the right. Once more, inhaling through the right nostril, close with your thumb, open the left with your finger, exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhaling through the left, take a really big deep inhale through the nose, close the left nostril, exhale through the right. Once more, inhale through the right, close the thumb over the right nostril, open the left nostril, exhale. Once more, inhale through the left, close it, exhale through the right. Once again, inhale through the right, close it with the thumb, exhale through the left. A couple of more times. Inhale left, close, exhale right. Inhale right, close, exhale left. 2 more times. Inhale left, close, exhale right. Inhale right, close, exhale left. Drop the hand. Close down the eyes. Let the breath flow. Sitting up nice and straight. Rest the face, rest the eyeballs. Very, very good. Well done, yogis. So now just roll over and come to tabletop. Oh, there's a massive big bug on my floor. Oh, and from tabletop, I hope that didn't come out of my nose and that alternate nostrils like that size. Right, on tabletop, take the right leg back behind you and bring the right leg forward, but bring it forward of the right hand. Okay, so the right leg's in front, it's outside. I'll actually go back a bit. It's outside of the right hand, and just edge that foot forward so your foot's about mat distance apart, and as you edge that forward, really lunge into that right hip and come up. So the left, front of the left hip is really open. In fact, if I go on the side, it's probably a lot more easier and obvious for you to see that you're lunging forward, really opening up that left hip, really puffing out, bring a little back bend into the back. Inhale and then come forward, bring the hands inside of that right leg and drop the head down. So you're going to be here for 3 minutes, which is very difficult with this timer. So I'm going to have a look. Oh, okay. So you're going to be here for 3 minutes. So what this is doing is really opening up the front of this left hip. So let the elbows bend and let the head come forward and be nice and heavy inside that front leg. Now the right thigh, the right inner thigh is touching the right arm back, the bicep of the right arm.
So just really let that go. If you want to take it a little bit further, come right the way down on your elbows. And while you're here, let the face relax and let your, good morning yogis, extra yogis that have just jumped on. We're doing this is called dragon's pose. So we've stepped the right leg forward of the hands and really lunged into that. So you've got a really long lunge between your front knee, stretching the inside of that front thigh, opening up the left hip and stretching that left quadricep, front thigh. And let the head then just hang down and be loose and free. Try to not grip onto that head that's hanging down. It's weird how we do that, as if like your head's going to fall off or something like that. Let the head be nice and loose and free, and let this front hip, because as this is a practice of shining our own inner light, you know how as yogis are always talking about tight tension held in the hips. So this is the pose. This is the pose. I'm trying to look at it. You've got 1 minute left in this pose. So really for that minute, just really let your head be heavy and loose down. Really get extra expansion, you know, between this knee and that, between the right knee that's forward and the left knee that's on the mat. So really let that go and let your head be heavy, and maybe you can come down to your forearms. So the objective of this pose is to get space between the two knees. Gently come up now and putting weight into your hands, come back to tabletop. Tabletop is your neutralizing pose in between. So now that we're here, just again let the head be heavy and just feel the difference between the right and the left sides. Completely different. What's going on here and what's going on here are completely different, as I'm sure you'll feel. And now this time, keep the head nice, keeping the face nice and relaxed. Left leg out behind you and bring the left leg forward outside of the left hand and in front of the left hand. So actually your left bicep is touching the inside of your left thigh. So it's beyond, the knee has gone beyond the shoulder. And then when you're there, really lunge forward. And as you lunge forward, you're getting that expansion. So often when we're doing lunges, we only come to here, but this time we're really coming forward. So that's why that foot's in forward, that foot's behind, and you're creating that big expansion in the front of this right hip. Yeah? So if you're thinking, oh my God, this is agony. Well, it's not. Obviously, if you're in agony, I don't want you to sue me if I say it's fine, you could be in an agony. Obviously, if you're in agony, don't do it. But if you're just in a place, which we often are in it when we're doing exercises and stuff like that, where you're just more of a, discomfort. So in yin yoga, we are often at the edge of discomfort, at a place where you think, oh, this is quite challenging, but you know, so foot is ahead of your hands, big space here in the front of your right hip. This is fantastic. You're gonna thank me later, because you're gonna feel as if like all your tension in your mind has been released because you've opened up this front hip so magically and in such a simple way. And let the head and the neck drop down and be nice and heavy. Let the head drop down so that you feel as if, oh my God, my head's gonna fall off, but knowing that it's not. Yeah, it's not some sort of
I don't know, maybe, I mean, hopefully your head won't fall off and then you won't like sue me or something like that and say, you know what, Mickey, my wife's head fell off while she was doing yoga. That's just not going to happen, is it?
So let the head be relaxed, let it roll, and then maybe you can come down to your forearms.
And you know, if you're watching this on record later,
you could put a little cushion there and put your forearms on your cushion.
Now, what you also don't want to do here, girls and boys, is let this leg just really spread out. Keep that inner thigh against your left inner thigh, left bicep. I hope I've got those words right. Okay, so you're going to be here for another minute, because you know we're really letting the time and the really let the stretch go deep inside to our connective tissues, our fascia, where we can find real flexibility and stress, and also real release of any toxins, because as we get older, our tendons and our ligaments harden up. They become hard, and when they become hard like plastic, that's what that feeling when you get older and you think, God, I'm stiff. That's what's happening there. The elastin in our collagen, as we get older, the depletion of elastin in collagen means that, you know, you fall down, you break, because it's like plastic rather than this flexible. So what we're doing by doing yin yoga is we're going deep into our body. We're going beyond the muscles, and we're releasing the toxins that are held in there, because they've gone hard. The toxins get held inside it, and the only way to release it is by doing this yin yoga. And as the toxins are released, the hardness goes, and collagen and elastin are increased and encouraged to come back. How good is that? Yeah, that's why it's good for us people. So half a minute more.
Inhale, exhale, put the weight into your hands very, very gently. Come back to tabletop. And then when you're back in tabletop, just sit back on your heels. Take your legs round in front of you and sit back on your hands. So just lean back and let the legs just stretch out and be relaxed. And let this space here just be nice and relaxed and free. Just let that go. Close down the face and close down the eyes, and let that the space in between your temples be relaxed and free. Just let it go. Just let the eyeballs just drop back and be dark and loosen. The back of the eyes relax. Your face and your jaw. Let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. As you stretch your jaw and make it really big, inhale through the nose. Exhale. Very, very good. Very good. So just slowly now, you're going to walk those feet in, roll over once again, yeah, coming back to sit on your heels, and then very, very, very gently from here, roll up to standing. Just rolling up, nice and gently. Come up to standing, okay? And now that you're in standing, we're going to do, first of all, we're going to go back down and do a forward fold. So we're going to go from here. So standing, just connect to your feet, and let's just take the weight forward into the toes and then back into the heels. So just gently forward into the back of the heel, and then side to side. Bring them side to side till you find your center point. And when you're there, gently lift up the arches of your feet
And when you're there, tuck the chin under so that your weight is perfectly balanced on the four corners of your feet. So you're not too far forward, you're not back in your heels, you're right in the center there, lifting up the arch, tuck the chin under and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Yeah, nice and slowly. Don't rush, resist the urge to rush, and just roll down again. Let the head be so heavy. Let the head be super, super heavy that the head is helping the gravitational pull of that big weight. It's helping to pull you down. And as you come down, let the back and the spine just unfold, creating a nice big curve with the little tiny, tiny micro bends in your knees to just take the stress out of the knees. Come down to hang down there. Let the arms be nice and loose and free and the head be loose. The back, just a lovely natural curl in the back. Now in Yin Yoga, we call this pose dangle. So that's your clue. So you're just dangling forward. And this is the opportunity, because often when we do, this is the same as doing a forward fold. Maybe many times if you've done yoga before, you'll be sitting down on the mat, your feet are out in front, and the teacher says, oh, reach forward. And you tend to do an awful lot of that. So this way of doing a forward fold in this way, you're getting all the benefits of the forward fold as you lift up, as the tailbone comes towards the sky, the head comes towards the top of the head, towards the floor, getting all these wonderful benefits of a forward fold without any of that stress and strain. Yeah, you're still getting a wonderful hamstring stretch here. You're still getting, in fact it's better, because you're getting the head, you're getting your blood to go in the opposite direction. So this really creates a fantastic overall feeling of wellness. It really does. It's a super, super feeling of well-being when you get all the blood to rush in the opposite direction. Not rush, yogis. Let's not rush. We're not rushing today. So just, and now that you're there, let that head be heavy and just let your breath flow. Let it go. You know, stop. This is, doing our yoga practice today is our opportunity to just step away from all the hustle and bustle. Because it's a different kind of hustle and bustle now, isn't it? It's not the hustle and bustle like you used to, where you go outside and there's loads of people. The hustle and bustle's happening in here. It's happening in our heads, yeah? We don't need to go out there into the street to get hustle and bustle, because it's all happening between those temples, but not at the moment. At the moment, we are just enjoying being dangling here, letting the world go. Closing down the eyes, letting a little tiny micro bend in the heel, in the knees, but lifting the tailbone up. Feet, you're nice and balanced on your feet, your arches of your feet are lifted. Top of the head facing the floor. Breathing there. And you're probably at a point now where you think, gosh, I could stay here for quite a while. Yeah, so we are going to stay here for another minute. Another minute. Okay, inhale, exhale. Once again, take that breath into the back of the body and feel as you inhale, expansion of the ribs, as the ribs move laterally, filling up, and then exhale. Let it go. This is a great posture to just let it go. Let the mind be empty. Just let. You're almost there. You're doing really, really well, yogis. So let's take a big inhale through the nose together. Big expansion, and exhale through the mouth. Do that once again, inhaling
Exhaling. So if you've just joined us, we're in dangle pose and we're just about to come out of it now. We're going to slowly, the end of your next exhale, take a little bit of a further bend in the knees and we're going to roll back up the way that we came. So keeping the head heavy, the shoulders and the arms relaxed, roll up vertebra by vertebra. So see the vertebrae stack up. Here they go, they're stacking up. There's a bit more space between each one of them as you elongate the spine as you come up to standing, the head and the shoulders last. Bring the palms to face forward. Keep the feet where they are, your feet haven't moved. Facing the horizon, take gaze to the horizon. And just let that gaze zone out. Just let the gaze zone out on the horizon. Keep yourself focused. Take the shoulders up towards the ears and then roll them back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, the shoulders come up towards the ears, and exhale, they roll back and down the back. Perfect. Now, take your weight, just lean gently into your left foot, and as you lean into your left foot, the right foot just comes off the mat. Take that right knee up. Gently find your balance, and when you've found your balance, take that right knee out and over. Again, we've just opened up this left hip. Find your balance, and when you've found your balance, take your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, to that seam there on your trousers or your shorts or your leggings. Push the inside of your left thigh into the sole of your right foot and activate the left leg. Inhale, take the arms round and bring them up above your head, connect the palms. If this is too if you're finding that you're just wobbling about all over the place, just bring the sole of that foot to the inside of your left calf, just so that you can get the sensation of balance, yeah? Take the arms up. Take the arms up, if you can. Let's focus. Should be able to focus since we've been doing all. Take the arms about, blowing like a tree in the breeze, la 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 la, and bring them down gracefully. Foot down, hands down gracefully. Excellent, well done. Just take a moment. And actually, if you're doing this like in your bedroom and you're on a carpet, it is going to be harder because the floor, you know, isn't just a complete hard surface. So it's more tricky. So just gently now leaning onto your right foot. Activate that right foot, take the left foot off the mat. Take your left knee up. Yeah. Take that left knee out to the left side. Grab hold of the left ankle. I've got a wall behind me, so I did a little bit of mini cheating there. And pushing the sole of the left foot into the left thigh. Take the hands up and over. Find your balance and find your focus. Find a place on the floor that you can stare at, and that helps your focus. Wirbling around tree in the breeze, and gently bring those hands down, nice, gracefully, palms facing forward. Gracefully set the left foot down on the mat. Take a big inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and just for a moment, let your heart chakra be open and shine. And just visualize that light there, your inner light once again, shining bright. From our heart chakra, that place of unconditional love. This is the place where I love you and I don't ask for anything back.
Maybe the love for our children, the love for our parents, the love for our husband or wife or partners. From here, this is the unconditional love. This is the place that I give to you. Inhale, exhale, tucking the chin in, rolling back down again, that nice slow roll down, where we just bring a gentle bend into the knees. Bring your hands down and bring your knees down and come back to tabletop, yeah? So when I say tabletop, that means shoulders and wrists are lined up, hips and knees are lined up. So I'm going to come a little bit further forward now. Many of you have done my classes before, know this pose, which is called melting heart. So melting heart, the clues in the name again, is about opening up our heart chakra and really letting that shine. And it's a very, very powerful pose. So just letting your face be free, and that's, if you find it difficult to put a neutral expression on, just put a little smile. So in this pose, keep your hips and your knees lined up. That's key. So resist the temptation to go forward with that body. What you're doing is walking forward with the hands. And as you walk forward with the hands, you're bringing the chest, that heart space, towards the mat. Heart and the forehead. So your forehead's on the mat, your forearms are on the mat, and your chest, you've got this big, your chest is opening up, and you're like this pecs area across your shoulders is opening up. So you're doing this. Armpits are open, and so and again, keeping the face relaxed, you're stimulating the forehead, reminding yourself to keep those thoughts free, opening up your heart, closing down the eyes, and finding your breath. So many things to do, and you're going to stay here for 2 minutes. So the trick here is to, as I said, keep the hips and the knees lined up and just move the body towards the mat. So you're getting a really, I mean, if you imagine that's the place that you want to open. This is the tricky thing about doing online yoga. And this is a place that you want to open. So you're doing kind of this, yeah. Opening up that heart. So you're going forward like that. Shoulder blades are squeezed together. They're sliding down the back, but they're moving together. So rather than, and you're taking in, as you inhale, your breath is coming up the front of the body into your heart area. And then you're letting it go. Because, yoga is a practice of breath and release. So when you're inhaling, you're expanding, you're energizing the pose, and as you exhale, you're letting go. Yeah. Resist the temptation in this pose to grip, where you hold on, and you sort of think, oh. So take that idea away, and just try to really, again, just drop in, trying to let it go. Let yourself go as much as you can. Just resist even the temptation to just battle with the idea of, am I doing this properly? Just have a go. So you're coming forward, your chest, you're opening up your heart chakra, and that's your objective in this pose. Opening up your heart. Letting the love just flow. So very slowly now, bring your hands into either side of your head, push into your hands, bring your bum back to heels, and then roll over on one side and bring your legs out in front. And when your legs are out in front,
roll back down to lying down on the mat. Yeah.
So just do that whole process of going to lie down to mat as slowly as you can. So what you're trying to do is not really wake up the body, but just to roll yourself down, roll from one posture onto the other. So rolling from the front, being on the front of the body, coming over onto one side and like you're moving through, I was going to say through water, maybe. Nice and slow. So you're lying flat down on the mat now. Bring the knees into your chest and then straighten your legs up. And with your legs here, making sure that your tailbone is flat on the mat and your whole of your back, from the back of your head all the way down your neck, all the way back down your spine, so your tailbone is flat on the mat, and that your legs are not too far towards your face, that most likely you need to move them slightly further away from you. Flex the feet and stay there. This pose is called a waterfall, and you're going to stay here for 3 minutes. And initially you might think that, oh yeah, looks quite simple, I can do that. So gently flexing the feet, gently keeping the legs straight, and in a minute, in about half a minute, your thighs are probably going to start to shake. They're going to start to go. That's completely normal. It happens to everyone. It happens to me, and I do it a lot. Yeah. So stick with it. Keep the feet flexed. Keep the legs straight. Keep the tailbone on the floor or on the mat. That's your that's the tricky bit. Keep the tailbone on the mat, and of course breathe. And you are activating your core here by keeping these legs in the air. So just be careful that your legs are not coming towards your face as it gets a little bit harder, but they're just moving gently away from you. Keep your breath flowing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Excellent. And at the end of your next exhale, cross the right leg over the left. If you can, bring them all the way around into eagle's legs. Bring the right knee towards your chest and roll those knees over to the left side, to the floor, making sure that the knees get to the floor. Take the right hand and follow the right hand over with the face to the right side. So knees, right knee is over left, and you're coming right up and over onto the left hip so that those knees come to the floor on the left side. And when they're there, bring your right hand up and over and follow that right hand over to the other side, to the right side. Now, most likely your that right shoulder won't be flat down on the mat. That's normal. Don't worry about that, okay? So just enjoying that. And if you want to make that twist a little bit more intense, have a go at bringing the knees a little bit up higher towards your head. Yeah? And if that's just too much, move the knees away down. Let it go. And of course, find your breath, okay? So you're going to be here for another minute. So find your breath, inhale, and focus on the breath and be present in the pose, yeah? So don't let yourself drift off. Be present, be very alert, and follow that inhale as the inhale comes in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, exhale, and once again, with each exhale, letting go. Inhale, sparking up that inner light, energizing that light. Exhale, letting go of anything that could be, messing with your power. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And see as the inhale, as you follow it, becomes softer, gentler, kinder, and filled with love. Very, very good. So now, just before the move, untangle the legs first. Then roll the legs back to center. Take your feet back in the air to that really lovely waterfall place. Don't worry, you won't have to stay here. Cross the left over right, maybe all the way around to eagle legs, which is taking that foot behind. Bring the knees into your chest and roll up and over onto the right hip. Take the left hand and follow that left hand over to the other side. So knees on the floor at the right side, hand and face is looking at the hand to the left side. Again, this wonderful twist through your middle there, that analogy that I always use, which is of the dishcloth. So stick with that and follow your breath again. So just using the breath to help massage those organs there. All your digestion, your tummy, gonna really be able to enjoy a nice lunch or something after this. So we do that. So just breathing into that area in your abdomen, squeezing out, enjoying that. We're not able to go anywhere and have a nice massage at the moment, so you can do it for yourself by doing this wonderful exercise. Wonderful twists are like massaging and detoxifying those organs in the middle. Oh, I know, I think it's funny. Yeah, follow the breath, stick with it. So you're right up and on that right hip, your knees are over at your right side and you're facing your left hand. Resting. Deeply inhaling through the nose now. Exhale, untangle those legs, bring them back to center, straighten them up again in the middle, and let your arms be nice and wide, and then gently bend the knees and let the feet just come down to the mat. And you're in final Shavasana. Very well done. So when you're lying down there, flat on the mat, just take a little check-in that your arms are nice and wide, so the back of your shoulders are nice and rested down, and that your back, your whole back, all the way down to your tailbone is nice and flat on the mat. Your legs are rested, and just your heels there are touching the mat. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, let it go, and just really surrender yourself to this moment. There are not a lot of times where we get to just do that, just surrender to the moment. So take your inhale now, inhale, and take your inhale all the way up to the top of your head, to the crown of your head. Inhale there at the crown and feel that heat there just above your head. Crown chakra is activated because by opening up our heart chakra, there's that little energetic line which powers up, rises up, opens up our center of creativity. So today could be a day of an amazing ideas, something exciting, opening up that crown, something that you hadn't imagined was going to happen, could happen today, will happen today. Open that up. Feel that universal light as it just hovers and brings heat to the top of our heads, to our crown, and then let the light down, let it come down and hit the top of your crown. That bright universal light, as that light comes down the head. And follow the light as it comes down the head and lights up your face, your third eye, coming down the head, your jaw, lights up. Beautiful words for you today. Coming down through your throat chakra, down your shoulders and out through your hands to your fingertips. And just give your fingertips a little wiggle there as you feel that universal, that bright light come down to your fingertips. Take a big inhale into your collarbones and exhale down the arms and out into the fingertips. Let everything go. Once more, inhale into the collarbones, and this time bring the exhale and take that light down the front of your body and down the back of your body. Follow the light as it comes down, that bright, healing, energizing, clarifying light comes down your body, down through your hips, those hips that are feeling nice and open and free, down the front of the thighs, the back of the thighs, the calves and the shins, down into your heels there on the mat, and then inhale, exhale, push that light down into your toes. Just give your toes a little wiggle there. So those toes are lit up, and then just release. Find stillness. Find yourself just to be completely still. Only things that are moving is your heart is beating and your breath. Face is nice and relaxed, and the space between your temples is clear. You can stay there, of course. You can stay there, or you can finish your class with me, which I encourage, because when you do a practice like this, it's very important to close your aura. So just coming back into the space, bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze and hug there, a little love yourself. Roll over onto one side and come up to sitting. So just coming up to sitting in a nice easy pose. Sitting up, your tailbones up, rooted down, spine is straight. Take a moment to just sit into that space, straight spine, face, gaze on the horizon, closing down the eyes. Inhale now, take the arms out by your side and your palms facing the ceiling. So you inhale up to overhead, touch the fingertips above your head, and exhale, the palms come down towards the floor. Down there, right the way down to your abdomen, and then inhale, draw those palms out, draw that circle around you. Inhaling, this is closing your aura, closing your energy aura. Fingertips to the top. Exhale again, palms down towards the floor, down to your abdomen. Last time, inhaling, drawing that circle around you, that golden circle. It's almost this circle of light that's going to protect you today and seal you in. Close the palms at the top, exhaling, and pause at your third eye. Touch the thumbs onto the third eye for right thoughts. Thoughts of love and kindness and joy and well-being. Inhale, exhale down to your lips, pausing at your lips for right words. Words of joy and love and well-being and light and clarity. Inhale, exhaling down, come down and just bring your thumbs to touch your sternum and just gently pushing back onto your sternum with your thumbs and feeling your own internal vibration, your own universe. Feel that universe there. Feel the beat of your heart. Inhale there. Exhale. Turn the palms open to face forward and extend your love. Your love to each other, love to yourself, and to love to the world that we live in. Inhaling once again. Exhaling. Thank you, yogis.